If anybody out there know what the hell is, man, we need to get his ass on the show, man. I'm tired of his shit. I'm serious. I'm tired of his shit. He all over social media talking about all the other teams, this, that, and the other, and yet his team didn't even get out the goddamn blocks. Dale, where you at? Where you at? I'm looking for you. But yeah, guys, guys know we had the holidays come up and went through a lot of things then, and I shut down for a while. But 3 the Hard Way is back, just like I told you. Okay, and they got a lot to talk about. Y'all already know, Chris always, he got more to talk about than I got time. Y'all already know that, so we ain't gonna even go through that. Flex, what's up, baby? Hey, Flex, I tried to bring you on, man. I want to holler at you. I need to holler at you. Oh, man, it won't let me add Flex. I'm sorry, Flex. I'm going to DM you, man. I got something to talk to you about. Say his business. Say his business. Real Cool say Dale's in witness protection. No, he ain't in no witness protection. He all over social media. He all over social media with his shit. Talking about this, that, and the other. I think that team should be cleaned out one step at a time. What's up, J-Dog? One step at a time. Because what did he say last year? This is our year. Oh, we got us a quarterback, y'all. Now, Will Levis is not it. I mean, make up your mind, bro. Either he it or he isn't. They should get Kirk. Oh, brother. You know what, Marco? You might be on to something. You might be on to something. T3 will say Trump deported him. He deported Dale. Shit, he deported everybody else. Come on, man. Don't get on Dale that hard, man. Come on, bro. Wait a minute. Golden era of professional. Hey, Stevie Ray, been watching you the whole time. I started watching wrestling back in the 80s. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, brother. Who that, Tate? What's going on, brother? Well, hey, man, we going to get down to the real nitty-gritty in my Houston city because we got a few things to talk about, y'all. Now, I'm going to talk about a little football at the end of the show, hopefully. But I got the boys waiting, man. I got the boys out there waiting, and they got a lot to talk about. But if anybody wants to call into the show and talk to Chris or talk to the enforcer or talk to myself, the number you can call into the show is, let me see if I remember it. I haven't said it in a long time. 832-243-4428. 832-243-4428. You guys can call into the show, ask questions. You know, if you got something on your mind, let everybody hear it, and we'll go from there. But without further ado, let me put my headphones on. Man, I got to get me some new headphones. I've had these headphones for about 6 years. I see the wires starting to come out. Okay, let me bring my boys up here.
When you start seeing the wires go out, you get some electric.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? What you got, Chris? What you got, man?
Yeeted into a car windshield like Jay Cargill.
Pro Wrestling Tees. Go get your own shirt.
You got that from Pro Wrestling Tees?
Oh, no. This is our merch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
put it up again. Hold on a second. Let me make the screen bigger so I can see it. I can see it that good.
Yeeted
okay.
Into a car windshield. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I heard that, brother.
Oh my God, it's so great to be back. Oh my God.
Hey man, how you guys been, man? How'd the holidays treat you?
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't very kind to me. I actually got a I don't know. It's that
You got
nerve
ran
that's
over by a dude. You got ran over by illegal alien again on your scooter.
No, it was just my fatness. That's what it was. No, so my left side of my leg went numb, and I had to go to the hospital. So I actually have to go to the hospital for therapy next week. So
Was it your sciatica?
Yeah, it was.
Well, see, I got a remedy for sciatica. So you didn't have to go to the hospital. All you had to do was call your dog, bro. That's all you had to do. I could have kept you out the hospital. I could have kept you out of the clink, man. You know what I'm saying?
Is that right? So what did I need?
Yeah.
Some tequila.
Hey, brother, you know how many times I've had my sciatica go out on both sides of my body?
I can imagine a couple of times.
Yeah, more than a couple, brother. It's been one time. This was years ago. I was still wrestling, and my sciatica went out. It went for my daughter. If it wasn't for my daughter catching me, I would have fell down my stairs and probably killed myself.
Well, it didn't get that bad. It didn't get that bad.
It can come out of a. See, the thing about that side. See, with yours, you start to feel a little pain, little by little, little by little, right? Yeah, but when you're in that ring getting slammed, that sucker can come at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
It went all the way down to my foot. Like my foot, I'm still kind of dealing with it. Because like my foot is like I can feel it, but it's like I'm rubbing on paper or something like that.
Right. It's like numb.
Yeah.
It's like numb.
Yeah. And it's been like this since like I think after Christmas. Yeah, I'm still dealing with it.
Okay, man. Well, hopefully things will get better, man. But what you might want to start doing, man, is good mornings or stiff leg deadlifts with very light weight.
I might just end up doing that. Can you?
If not, go to. You know, chiropractors are very cheap nowadays. Or go to a chiropractor and let them work on you.
Gotcha.
That's what I used to do. That's what I do to this day.
Got you.
I go to the chiropractor. Yeah,
I end up doing that.
I see everybody out there saying hey to Abby, so Abby must be on. I don't know. I didn't see his name, but everybody's saying hi to Abby. But
Abby.
Guys, what's on the docket? Tell me what you guys want to talk about, man. I'm gonna tell you. No. I'm gonna tell you what I want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about WWE.
What do you want to talk about?
I watched the last pay-per-view, AEW pay-per-view. What's up, Bobby?
I don't want to go.
You didn't watch it? You didn't watch it?
It's not that I didn't watch it. I just don't want to talk about it.
Let me ask you something. Since I got both you and the enforcer on and I just want to see if I'm crazy. Because sometimes I can be talking to my man Abby. He's on right now. And sometimes me and Abby can be talking and we look at each other or we talking to each other and we say, maybe we're crazy. Maybe it ain't the rest of the world. Maybe we got inverted minds. Now, as I say that, I'm going to come to that last pay-per-view. Is it me? Or did that whole show, every match, look exactly like the other match?
Pretty much.
To the point where there was really no real variety as far as when you're watching from afar and the show didn't tell a story. The show was just a show. Now, am I crazy? Tell me, what's up?
No, so we talked about that in the cookout a couple of times. World's End was not a good pay-per-view. I mean, it was better than last year. But this year it was like the combination of like all the pay-per-views that they had in 2024. It was all great. Then we get to this particular pay-per-view and it's like it comes up short. Like, what the fuck what's this? Even the main event wasn't good. And as much as I like Edge, I didn't give a fuck about her about Edge, Copeland, Cope, whatever the fuck. I didn't care about this shit. I just didn't. It didn't do shit for me at all.
It was like it was like, you know what? It's the holidays. Let's just lay back. Let's take the foot off the gas. And especially when when you did you started a story from last year's show and you ended it this year and it didn't make no improvement at all.
Right.
It was like we're happy it's over because we've been begging for it to be over anyway. So that's the MJF Adam Cole match we talked about.
Right.
And like you said, Mox and this storyline is not hitting a lot of people interest. And then you telling me the next threat is the rated R superstar Cope? No.
Why are you naming yourself Cope? That's number one. I mean, I know that you can't say, "Hey, I'm losing my edge." Oh, I'm off of a cliff. Like I get that part, but
his shirt was petty as shit, though. I gotta give him that. He had legend, but he had edge in the middle. Like,
hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Matthew just asked a question.
What's up?
Stevie, could you explain to us fans how the entire pay-per-view tells a show? I never thought of it that way, but each match being its own entity, I definitely want to learn. Well, what I say about that is when I was just asking the guys that everything looked the same to me. Each match came out with different people, but each match never told a real story as its level on the show. So see, early matches should be this way. Middle matches should be a certain way. And then you lead up to the crescendo. Have you ever been to a concert?
Yeah, of course.
Whatever group it is, never played their biggest hit in the middle of the show.
No.
They played their biggest hit at the end of the show. And they play stuff that they've been working on in the middle of the show to see if the audience likes it or not as they go around the country and how people respond to the new material. So in essence, when you do a wrestling show, it has to be the same thing. The matches tell a story, but how the matches are put within the show also has to tell a story leading up to what you really paying your money to see. Now, you have the so-called rivalry matches. And then you always got to have the one big crescendo to end the show. But from what I was asking these guys is, as I watched that pay-per-view, every match looked the same. You had 10 false finishes in every match. Everybody's wrestling attire is similar to the guys that came out before. So it was almost like watching a football team where everybody wear the same thing. And they play in the same position. In my head.
No,
so that's why I was asking these guys to see if I don't watch it as much as these guys do, but I still watch. But I'm from another era when a wrestling show was like a concert.
No,
it's a time to bring it up. It's a time to slow it down. You can't have 10 matches and each match got 10 false finishes. Because now what does a finish even mean if you got 10 false finishes in 10 different matches, girls or guys?
I think that's the problem with like today. Like the finish is not a true finish no more.
Exactly.
It's not like we know probably in one hand today's wrestling what move is protected as a true finisher.
Right.
But
and the one Breaking Angel is one of them.
Yeah, that's one. You know,
right.
Okada's Rainmaker is another one for some reason.
Okay.
Right? But you have like you just said, people they think that's the intrigue. Like, oh,
right.
You know what you finished. And, it's not. Oh, you know, you do get that gas because some of you probably tired because you again, like I said earlier, there's one storyline they've been begging for it to be over. They happy it's over, and then move on. You got something that you're trying to build a new story with that match, and you're telling me that this guy kicked out of a finisher that I seen he destroyed people
exactly
faces. So
exactly.
I mean, it's and then you got other stuff in between when it comes to pay-per-view, like stuff being too late.
Right.
Like Undisputed Kingdom. That's
right.
too late. It's past its
right.
prime.
Right.
It would have been hot a year and a half ago, but injuries and all that stuff delayed the momentum.
Right.
Now that we got it, we like we don't want it now. You know. So a lot of things happen in the world. It's like pretty much like I said, it was a delay, and they had the foot off the gas. They put it on cruise control.
And that's why Enforcer, a lot of people don't realize how much creative influence goes into a wrestling show. And I'm gonna be honest about this. When you come to WWE, as long as they've been around and doing big time pay-per-views, even in the modern era, they always find a way to make the next show not look like the last show, even if it's only very minute. These are small things people don't pay attention to, but psychologically, they're in your mind as you watch pay-per-view to pay-per-view. Even if two guys wrestle in one pay-per-view and then wrestle in another pay-per-view, they don't do the same match. Have you noticed that? The match is totally different.
And it gotta be.
Yes.
You can't
but even the match has got to be totally different, but the show has to be totally different also. Once it starts to look the same, it gets repetitive.
It gotta be
little by little, psychologically, you start to see that in your mind. Even though you don't think about it, you start to see it in your mind.
It gotta be that onion. It gotta be that different layer. If you got the same dance partners, all right, you had a singles match. Okay, it got heated. Now it's personal. You gotta have someone got to bring more of the pain to make this even more personal. Then the stipulation. And sometimes you can get to a cage match. Sometimes you get to a street fight. It got to get to the point that these guys hate each other.
Right.
And, you know, sometimes people just think, oh, it's just a wrestling match. It's going to do the same thing. No, it's not, because you go get repelled. You go call the moves before the match even happens.
There you go. And that's why these are parts of professional wrestling that people don't really think about and adhere to. But you got to be very creative to keep doing something that can be so repetitive to make it new and fresh. It's hard. It's hard to make it new and fresh. So I was just asking you guys that because that's what I saw that night. And I was like, well, shit, maybe it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm, just out of touch. I don't know.
No, we was. I think Chris, you even said it, on the cookout. You was like, it was hard, especially people that's dying defending AEW. We got one alternative, but it's hard to like keep defending this, and y'all keep on doing this to us. Y'all start off hot and y'all stay hot, and then y'all cool down.
Right.
Oh, you got to keep going.
And that's the one thing that I did say. I said that AEW needs a bomb drop. Like, they need a definitive statement going into 2025. Otherwise, fans are going to deviate and go to WWE, which WWE is hot right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you're right.
Royal Rumble is this Saturday, and I'm not going to lie to you. Going into the Royal Rumble, it's probably one of the most unpredictable Royal Rumbles in a very long time, because literally anybody can win the Royal Rumble this year.
Right.
Well, I gotta let you in on this. I gotta let you in on a little secret.
Don't you spoil it. Don't you spoil it.
I mean, I know that you got a contract with WWE, but no, don't spoil it. I'll leave this motherfucker. I'm not playing.
Spoil it.
Man, I ain't even got the words out yet. God damn.
I don't want you to get the words out.
I ain't got the words out yet.
Don't tell nobody.
That's
okay. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Please don't say shit.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Okay.
Just say Roman Reigns is winning, and I'll believe you.
No. Hey, I'm not gonna say nothing like that. I have no inside scoop. But what I do have an inside scoop on is you might be seeing your boy somewhere.
Is this what we discussed earlier? No? Oh, okay. So this is something else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then again, I do remember talking to you earlier, but I don't remember what we talked about.
See, that's fucked up. Like this was 5 hours ago.
I just remember we talked earlier, man.
Oh Lord.
Then again, so it could be, but I don't remember, and I don't want to divulge what we talked about.
I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. No,
I don't remember.
I'm not trying to get you fired.
Oh, wait a minute, it's coming back to me now. You got to realize, Chris, I've been hit on the head with a lot of chairs over the years. Okay,
well, I know that. Yeah, I know.
I could have CTE and don't even know it.
Shit, you know.
I could be at the beginning stages, man.
Listen, hopefully.
Because I swear to God, I have forgot we talked earlier. But no, it ain't about what we talked about earlier.
Okay, all right.
Okay, but you might be seeing your boy somewhere in the near future. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
all I'm gonna say.
That's very vague. I mean, can you
I know it's vague. I did that on purpose.
I know that. Can you be a little bit more?
No, I cannot.
Basically, we gotta follow him.
Is this a
follow him?
Is this a candy shop or is this like? Is this a strip bar? Like you stripping? I mean, like tell us something. I mean, just be vague. Yeah, I'm going to show me your boy gonna be over here. Like,
Well, I'll tell you what. When it get close, I'm gonna let you know.
Okay.
All right.
Still working out the details right now. Okay. Still working out some details. Once I get the details ironed out and I get concrete, boom, I'm gonna drop it. Well, hey, man, one more thing. Mm-hmm. How do you guys feel about the Hurt Syndicate now? How you feel about them?
The same way we feel about it's
how you feel about them saps?
You ain't ready for that conversation.
Yes, I am.
How the fuck you?
How you feel about it?
Ready for that conversation? Because
is anything going? Is it going exactly like I told you it was gonna go?
I tried to tell your black ass that it's going to be glorious. And look at your new tag team champion.
Yeah.
And that
you still hate like a mother.
And they're nowhere near being main eventers.
Here we go. See,
nowhere.
We're not talking
them suckers opening the card up.
We're not talking about individually.
They opening the show up.
We are not talking about individually. Sir.
That's like when a 19-year-old Prince opened up for the Rolling Stones.
That's way before my time. So
well, I'm letting you know this happened.
Well,
that's why I get.
I don't know. I mean, what I need.
That is why I give revisionist history on this show.
What I need from you is eye contact instead of talking bullshit and then going to the left. So
I can't even face you.
No, I know you can't because you knew that I was right.
I never said you was right. You're not right.
You don't have to. You going to the left. Yes, it gives me all of the proof that I need. The Hurt business. Listen.
They don't even know what to do with the Hurt business.
Well,
if I came, like I told you, if I was writing that or putting that together, the Hurt business would be the biggest thing in pro wrestling. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna have to be a little bit like up there with the Bloodline.
Oh yeah.
So you pretty much have Bobby Lashley come in and be the champion automatically.
No.
Oh, okay.
They don't need see what I'm talking about. You don't even see. This is the thing about being champions and all that.
I'm just trying to understand. Like you saying that. All right, because they only been in for what? How many months?
I don't give a damn if they've been here for 3 days.
3 months.
They passed the 90-day probation. They got some gold.
Now let's and I did call it. I did. But
okay, they got some gold. Like how hard is it to get some gold? How hard is it to get some gold in AEW? Really?
You can't go around have a song and have the people chanting "We hurt people" and not destroy every competition that you had.
Listen, that chant on Wednesday,
okay,
did a lot for me. That was the very
Okay.
first time it was like, we hurt people.
Yeah, 'cause
We
he don't like that
hurt
song at all.
people.
He don't like
We
that song at all.
hurt people. I was here. I was here. For
man. I'm sorry, brother. That was I can't even see the word. That was beyond corny.
It was not fucking corny.
That
You are hating. That's what you are.
no, dog. I'm just giving constructive criticism.
Is that what you call it?
As how I'm looking at that whole gimmick, brother. That's 2 notches. About 2 notches above the Three Stooges.
Fuck out of here. Don't see you can tell he's on bullshit. And for Antonio, you know he's on
That's
bullshit.
Mo, Larry, and Curly.
Okay. You gonna name some niggas
And Shim.
First of all,
And Joe.
Listen, sir, this is not me.
And Curly Joe.
This is not me.
That's one step above.
This is not missing our truth. We need to. You need to stop that. It's not missing our truth in Apollo Crews. We're not talking about that. If you want to talk about the Three Stooges, that's them motherfuckers. But let's talk about the niggas that's putting on the beat.
I don't need
Let's
you trying to
talk
do.
about-
I don't
let's
need you
talk about-
demagoguing my buddies up there trying to do their job. I don't need you doing that.
doing their job. Your boy Miz just went back to SmackDown for no unknown reason. How the hell is he doing his job, sir?
He need to.
Got kicked off Netflix.
I'm not talking about him. Okay.
Oh,
I'm not talking about any of those guys.
You was into Stiffy.
I'm not talking about those guys. I don't even know why you bringing them people up.
Because you
They ain't got nothing to do with the point I'm trying to make.
all right,
that's
so
your people's.
These dudes, you come on, bro. The Hurt Business. Who have they beaten up? That's worth. Who have they beaten up?
Who do you want to beat up?
Somebody on top.
they beat the
Like John Moxley, so we can go around and talk about the white tee people versus the Nigrits?
Yes,
Yeah, remember that's what he wanted for the get go. Let's get that.
that's what I want. Yeah.
He wanted that for the get go.
Said that, bro.
Yes.
You should have
Yes.
said that. Like,
Yes.
You know the problem is with you is that you're just not patient.
No, man, they got no. Pace.
You're just not patient. I get it. That's cool. I'm not. Listen, Stevie.
Thank
I'm
you.
not
Thank
patient either. I'm not. But
No,
at least they gotta let them build their resume first in AEW before we start saying, "Hey, we about to go fuck up the white tee people."
By time you get to that, they be off TV by now. They be this close to being a job guy.
No, I don't agree with that, bro.
In his defense, I just said this. The AEW got a history of doing things too fucking late.
Exactly.
That I do agree with.
So
I do agree with that.
okay, right now you got Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley as tag team champions, right? Okay. My question for Tony Khan: you gave them the tag team titles. Who's on your roster?
Well, that's the thing.
That can beat Bobby
That's the thing. You got the belts on them, but the belts don't even mean nothing. Now, Matthew just said something. Matthew said he think WWF made a big mistake letting those 3 go.
I agree.
Matthew, I'm going to tell you this. No, they didn't. They didn't make a mistake.
I want to hear this.
They didn't make a mistake because it was already burnt out because they never did it right from the jump street. So to put them back in all individuals just out there working, that's already been done.
Mm.
The WWE is trying to up things, not create something that's already been done or try to make it better. It's done.
Okay.
And once it's done, it's done. They've done so many different angles with Bobby Lashley. What more can you do? And Shelton Benjamin, what more can you do? The Hurt Benjamin had 3 different versions of it. What more can you do?
Wait, 3 different.
But they asked to go. I mean, I'm talking about participants in the Hurt business. You know, and they never pushed them like they should have been pushed. So if you're not going to push them the way they should have been pushed, okay, if they leave, who cares? Because they ain't really doing nothing anyway. Okay, they go to AEW. Instead of doing exactly like I laid out, instead of doing exactly like the way I laid it out, this is the only way it's going to work. I know, man. I'm trying to tell you, this is the only way it's going to work. Well, what do? Bring Shelton Benjamin to do a 2-hour match with a dude the size of the little kid that lives in the condo 2 buildings down from me.
You hating like a motherfucker.
I ain't hating. No, dog, you come in and smash. You don't come in and go toe-to-toe with a nobody. And I ain't trying to disrespect the kid. You don't do that. Not when you're trying to get pushed to the top.
Let me add on to that.
You know, you don't do that, man.
Let me add on to that because I want to answer his question too on that. When WWE had it, Bloodlines on SmackDown, Hurt Business on Raw. They was both destroying. They was dominant, right? WWE fumbled it. Point blank, everybody can agree WWE fumbled it, and they shut a chapter on it too early.
I don't think they fumbled it.
I think they did.
I think they did.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why I say that. That's the way they wanted it.
Yeah, because they were niggas. They don't push niggas in WWE.
Well, then why you think they fumbled if they don't? Hey, and don't be disparaging on my not my, but on our show. You hating. You hating.
Fuck out of here.
Listen, they was equal.
I'm not listening to you no more. I'm gonna mute your ass.
That's fine. You mute me. I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, man. Yeah, you are.
You've been hating on this part. You've been hating on them since day one.
I have not.
That.
I have not.
That.
Hey, man, I don't appreciate
you here.
I do not appreciate you casting aspersions on me for telling the truth.
Fuck out of here.
I don't appreciate that, man.
I don't appreciate you sitting up here and telling me, "Oh, Chris, you full of shit." Nah,
I never said that. When did I say that?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I'm in the middle.
Did.
This is why
when did I Enforcer, when did I say that? When did I say that?
No. Don't put him in this. This is between me
and you. No, but you can't sit there and say that. You have no evidence of me saying nothing like that.
You did.
When did I say that?
You did. Okay, all right. You know what, motherfucker? Hold on. Let me put it on my calendar. Hold the fuck up.
You know, I'm just sitting here giving you what I think, my thoughts on what's going to help a brother in the business. But see, don't nobody want to listen to Ray Dog. You don't want to listen to me. You don't want to listen to Reason. That's what you don't want to do.
Oh, really?
You don't want to listen to Reason. Everything I told you that, they got the belts. They had 90 days. Yeah, what those belts for?
How dare you?
Come on.
First of all, they just got the belts while you talking shit.
I'm just saying what you said.
I didn't say that.
That was my joke.
You agree with Enforcer. Hey, got a 90-day probation. They got to go. And
sir, it's not like they working at Target. They're not DEI hires. What are you talking about?
Oh, and you know what? I think if DEA if it ever existed, it exists right now with these guys.
With who?
The Hurt Syndicate.
Being DEI
hires? Yes.
I totally disagree with you, sir. How dare you?
Because they're in the same. What I'm saying is this, and I need you to listen and listen close. Fine. Okay? I need you to listen.
Okay. Let's get serious.
Don't just hear me. I need you to listen.
Okay.
These guys are in the same predicament as they were in WWE. They're in the same predicament. They're at the same level. So in essence, they're working in another company doing the same thing in a different way.
You know what? I listen to him. I agree with him.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's
you get it. You get it, Enforcer. I need Chris Dilworth. Man, let me get Russo. Let me get Russo on the show right now. He gonna get in your ass. Yeah, because you don't listen, man. You know my mother used to say, a hard head make a soft ass. And I'm gonna bring. Well, I'm bringing him on next month for you.
Yeah, that's fine. Bring because I will love energy again.
We've seen this before.
Oh, they don't listen, man. You don't listen.
I'm listening to you, but the thing about
I'm okay. You okay? You just said yourself. Listen to yourself. Astro, WWE dropped the ball and they didn't do this and blah blah blah. Now, when they go to the new company, when MVP was out there by himself, walking on a gimmick leg and a cane, okay, trying to recruit people, okay, that's when everything should have been put together. I'm telling you right now, I got a vision in my head as to what would have made this whole thing work. I got a vision, brother. And I'm telling you, you don't do the same thing you do somewhere else. You got to take what you did over here, and take it to another level in the underneath company. Because if you was in a big company at this level, then you go to a smaller company and you're still at that same level. What did you do?
So let me ask you this. What exactly are they doing now that they did when they was in WWE other than hold titles?
They not putting a rocket on them like they should be and making them get heat like they need to get. If you never get big time heat, people will start looking at it like they used to do the NWO. Remember when the NWO had the big heat and people were throwing shit in the ring? Then all of a sudden people was rooting for them.
I mean, that's
remember that?
Now.
All of a sudden, people was rooting for him.
So he wants. If the Hurt Syndicate is coming in here, they supposed to be, as he said earlier, smashing through everybody that they love.
Yes,
everybody that they love. They started that way. They went to Swerve.
Yeah, and then you call him you Uncle Tom. We don't work for the man. We work for us. That's how you get heat.
So basically,
that's how you get heat. And you make that guy like Swerve a real baby face. You put him over. A heel's job is to put the baby faces over, not to come out and be liked by people. Especially when you're three African American guys, especially when you're three African American guys in the climate that has been created for you by pop culture. You take advantage of that in the wrestling world. But what they do? Okay, anybody can get some little tailored suits and make it fit all tight and with your, Buster Brown shoes on and this kind of shit and come out there and, trying to, and then trying to look hard. Dog, you don't look hard. You got to be hard. And the wrestling business, like AEW, they don't see it. If they would let me explain it to them from a culture mentality, they would be over like crazy. So I'm telling you.
What's stopping you?
I'm not.
Hey, brother. There's too many Jerry Joneses in the world. You see what I'm saying? I'm like Jimmy Johnson. See, I'm a Jimmy Johnson. I'm not, and I can't work for a Jerry Jones.
I don't like that.
Take your shit, Jerry, and go get the next 8 goddamn coaches. And can't none of them do what I do.
I like that analogy there, by the way.
Still gonna say like what's stopping you. I mean,
I'm just saying, dog. You don't want me. You don't want me on the payroll giving my ideas. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it. I'm going to break it down as to how people really look at stuff, and how people really look at stuff. It's what really, really works. Okay, we piss off a couple of sponsors. Who cares? Because we're going to get 10 more from somewhere else. That's the way I look at it.
I think like. I'm listening to and I'm starting to see like it's not even that I'm starting to see. I don't understand what he's saying, but I'm not talking about today's wrestling fans. They especially AEW, the fans are in control. The fans control who is the heel, who's the face, right? Like
that's true.
You just said that they came in and went after the top guy. After that. They start singing the song. They start cheering them. They cheered them when they won the tag titles from the homegrown tag team.
Now you see what I'm talking about.
So, like this is the homegrown. This is the fans. This was the moment. Private Party. Day one guys tag titles, and you cheered for the guys that beat the homegrown.
Is that counterproductive?
Not if you go with the example you just said, no.
No, exactly. Exactly. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Every time I watch him, I'm like, and I know all those guys, and I love them to death. But I'm just talking about from an entertainment perspective. Every time I watch them, I'm like, really, bro? Really?
You feel like they're being cut short?
Because this is the thing. If you coming in and you trying to take over something, you can't half step, bro. You can't half step. It just doesn't metamorphosize because you think about something. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it happen, bro. You got to make it happen. You got to put in the wrench time up here to make it happen. They've done, AEW is doing it the easy way. I don't blame the guys. I don't blame the guys at all. Whenever I'm talking about them, but I'm not talking about them personally. I'm talking about AEW, the people that put the shit together. They don't see shit the way it really is. They see things from a wrestling mentality. This is why I would tell you that Harlem Heat wouldn't have never worked if we had somebody in the wrestling business thinking for us. They let us do our own thing. Because you don't know me. You don't know, what you see on television. You know what you've seen in the wrestling business, a few people that's been your friends or in your bowling league or something like that. You don't really know the mentality of the African-American individual as it pertains to the wrestling business when he's trying to get over as a heel. You don't know. You know what's been in the wrestling history, but you don't know what's been in the culture history. I can teach you. I can teach you that, of which I did in WCW. And I would explain to them why this doesn't work. Mm-hmm. They can't be astute on where I come from. You can't be astute on my community. You can only be astute on what you see on the news, television, so on and so forth. Nobody's going to break it down the way I break it down. And when they start to listen, it worked. You never seen us laugh. You never seen us smile. You never seen us cool with nobody.
Right.
It's always we are a self-contained unit. Like Nino Brown said on New Jack City, you either roll with us or we're going to roll over you. That's a heel. I'm not wrestling this little bitty, what's his name?
Darby Allin.
What's his name?
Darby Allin.
No, not Darby.
Leo Rush.
Oh,
Leo Rush. I'm not going 15 minutes with this dude and have 15 false finishes. I just built him up. Now Leo Rush is the top guy. Hold on a second, man. Y'all got me upset. Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy.
Hey, Mr. Stevie, it's Matthew. How's it going?
Hey, Matthew, what's happening, man? Chris Dillsworth has gotten my dander up, man. I'm hot.
I don't know
what you talking about. You got to tell me what you're talking about. I need to calm down.
I just have questions.
Okay.
I don't have anything really to say, but like.
Well, you ain't got nothing to say. What you called for?
Okay. Hold up. Don't come on me. I ain't the one to say you.
Okay.
Been a supporter since '95. Hold up.
Okay.
All right. So I have a question because you guys in Harlem Heat came into the WCW.
Right.
And you had a different look, because I had never seen anyone with the flames on it before. You had
designed by yours truly, but go ahead.
Right. So I have a question because you guys were, the tag team of the 90s.
Right.
Can't nobody say anything else about it when it comes to tag teams of the 90s. You guys were it. You were, like you said, you were self-contained. And I remember a promo you said it was like extremely powerful, but few words. It was in your last tag team championship run. And you said, this is my actual brother. If you want to fight him, the sucker, you got to fight me too.
Right.
And that stuck with me forever because no one else had that. It wasn't necessarily intensity, but it was what's the word I'm looking for? It was authentic. Sincerity.
Right.
You can't get that with other teams. And I was wondering what is it you think that's holding these guys back? Not just African Americans that are wrestling professionally now, but tag teams are groups overall. So I just wanted to add that question. I'll go back to the chat now, but that's just the question I had.
I think you don't have. You only got a few that are tag team specialists,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's been taken away. And then when they do put the tag team specialists together, it's got. I'm just from another era, and maybe that's my problem. But I would love to see some authenticity from certain characters in the business.
Yeah.
It's too much tongue in cheek in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's too much tongue in cheek. And I think deep down inside, a lot of people want to be baby faces, even when they're heels.
Right. Because I feel like when Bobby Lashley was with the what's the two young gentlemen named the tag team in WWE?
Street Profits.
Street Profits, my boy just said.
Street Profits. It was kind of like you said. It wasn't necessarily called the Hurt Business, but I feel like it was a rehashing. They're wearing the suit.
Right.
They couldn't really get him over his heels, even though they're supposed to be heels.
Right.
So they weren't doing heelish tactics. I'm like, and even after Bobby left, and Montez Ford was able to do a promo, he expressed how frustrated he was. They didn't go anywhere with
No, man. Because like I say, man, you can't really write. Let me give you an example.
Yes, sir.
Since I got you on the line, and everybody out there is watching also. You remember the sitcom Good Times?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You remember the situations that they were in?
Yes.
They lived in, poverty, so on and so forth. And they went through certain things people go through at that level of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the one thing they had that other people would never want to admit is what they saw was love in that family.
Yeah, yeah.
With everything that they went through, not having a lot of money, this, that, and the other, going through the trials and tribulations. But at the end of the day, what did they have? Love. But you have to realize something. Who was writing for that show? They had to get people of color to write for that show.
Right.
Because if you've never lived in those adverse situations from an African-American perception, you would never write it right.
Right.
To make it get over. You see what I'm saying? And that's no knock on nobody. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I was going to ask, do you feel like that's what kind of happens in the writer rooms for not even just with professional wrestling, but just in entertainment in general?
Yes.
Because I feel like looking back at your brother, got to the WWE, and looking at that time, I said he's the best wrestler in the company.
Right.
And I was just like, they put him against the best wrestler in the world at the time, Kurt Angle, and they were having phenomenal matches. And then he wrestles The Rock, and they have him lose the strap, and he doesn't get it again for 5 years. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense because he's better than all these guys that he's facing right now.
But that's the thing. That is exactly what I'm talking about. But see, the thing is, as it pertains to the person of color, you're looked at not how you're looked at in pop culture, how you are looked at in the professional wrestling eyes of the people that run professional wrestling. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
That makes sense because you said that before that you guys kind of had to fight against what was seen in professional wrestling before and kind of like break.
So they always try to regurgitate what they know from the professional wrestling antics, not from the real guy. You dig what I'm saying?
I feel like since you guys came in together and it just hasn't had that authenticity to it. You know, they had.
Other than that, it don't work. Then you just like everybody else.
Yeah, they haven't had that.
You don't get the heat like it's wrestling heat. It's what I call wrestling heat. I'm not here to get wrestling heat. Do that make sense?
Right.
I'm here to get real heat.
Right.
I ain't here to get whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I walk through an airport, I don't want people to say shit to me.
Right. I felt like
I want you to be afraid of me when you see me walking down the fucking street.
I was when I first met you.
You know, and I'm not trying to be facetious or nothing like that. What I'm saying is I was taught that when I was coming up in the wrestling business. A heel is a heel all the time.
Yes, sir.
And that's just the way I was taught. So when we worked around, oh man, we would sell for people and this, that, and the other. You know, we do our job because we're out there trying to make people look good. But I'm still the heel. When I walk out, I don't want nobody rooting for me.
Right.
We used to do a little thing in the house shows when no cameras were around, and we would go to towns. And I hated to do this, but this was our mentality, because my job is to get these guys over that I'm working with and make the crowd root for them. That's my job. It's not personal. It's my job. That's what I get paid to do. So I'm going to do that at the best of my ability. So we would go to towns, and it'd be towns where, you know, they might have a lot of African Americans have bought tickets to this show, and they're rooting for us when we walk out. You know, God bless their soul. But me and my brother would get on the mic, and my brother would always go, you know, I can't stand rednecks. The old Eddie Murphy gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand rednecks. You know, in this town full of rednecks, and you know, I hate to be here, but just because we're here, you know, we're gonna take it out on whoever we raffle tonight. And then he would give me the microphone, and now I would say, "Oh yeah," and for all you Uncle Toms that's out here rooting for us, we don't need you rooting for us because we got here without you, so we don't need you. Ooh, so that would we would do this every night.
Yeah.
Every night. Can't do it on television though. And the office didn't know. The office didn't know we was doing it every night, so we get away with it. Because whoever was the agent on the show, we would tell them we're gonna do that. So they was like, okay, gonna do it. Because there's no cameras running, so we're not gonna get sued or nothing like that. But we would do that and I felt bad personally, but professionally, I didn't.
Right.
Because that's my job.
The character. Yeah.
So when we got beaten, even the black folks was glad.
Right.
But that was my job, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And you just feel like that honesty, that sincerity, that actual heel, that you that just vile, vicious, nasty, that just no longer exists.
Exactly. And they had a chance to do that. What's up, Tim?
Right.
They had a chance to do that. But what I'm saying is they came in with the same mentality, the same gimmick, the same whatever persona as they was doing with the Hurt Business and when they got with the Montel now. It's the same shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Just because you look good, I mean, it's one thing. You got a nice suit on. But shit, a real heel don't give a damn about a suit.
Right.
Unless you're the 4%.
But anyway, brother, appreciate you calling, bro.
All right.
No problem, bro.
So
great question.
So while I'm listening to you say that, there's another wrestler that pretty much did the same thing. How you say that I'm in the airport, I want you to be scared the hell out when I come through. God rest his soul, New Jack.
Yes.
New Jack will wrestle in Kentucky. He is saying it's one of his best lines. You go on YouTube, you find it right now. He said, he's like, I want to give a special shout out to my boy OJ Simpson.
Right.
Down.
That's two more we ain't got to worry about.
Right. He knew where he was at. He knew where he gonna get some heat. That's what I'm listening to you like that's what he talking about right there, that type of heat. But like I said, like today's fan base with social media is a gift and a curse. Like we know everything, almost everything about it. We know what
that's true.
And most of the time people got their cameras out, they'll catch it as soon as you break character and they post it. as soon as you smile. In fact, today, I saw someone post a video of Jacob smiling. I mean, it's like the first time I saw him smiling, but they posted as soon as he did something nice for you, like, oh, yeah, he was a nice guy, you know, because some people don't know who he really is.
Yeah, so I can feel you on that, but from just a television point of view, let's leave all the other stuff out of it. When you're on that television, people can see pictures of you here, you know, whatever there, see your whole family, whatever. But on that television show, you have to bring that out regardless what all the other stuff that's surrounding it. You have to bring that out. And if you don't bring that out, like I said, then it's the same shit. And if I was there as a consultant writing, I will explain it that way, which a lot of people can't. You have to explain it that way, and if they don't get it, you know, huh?
I was gonna say I'm about to disagree with something else you said too. You said that you were trying to. I'm sorry, bro. You was Harlem Heat. You were from 125th. I was not gonna boo you. I was not booing you.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not telling you to do. I'm just saying. I'm just doing my job to. You know, that's my job, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, win, lose, or draw, at the end of the day, I got to do my job, man. And I took my job serious. I didn't care about being no baby face until we became baby faces, you know, because I work on each side of the aisle. I don't care. You want me to be a baby face? I'm the nicest guy in the world. You want me to be a heel? I'm the meanest guy in the world. And I ain't taking no prisoners. It's intensity. You want people, you come out, you look at, like somebody did a video. I was just checking this out. These two guys, one English guy and another, they might have both been English, about the match that we had with the Steiner brothers at Hog Wild. You guys remember that? Mm-hmm. And the people were throwing stuff, and they were talking about how racist the people was and this, that, and the other. The two guys that was doing this video, you probably can look it up on YouTube. But my thing was this, man. I'm looking at these two guys, you know, talk about racism. It's funny. It ain't nothing fucking funny about racism.
No, it's not.
And they trying to get over what you know, they was talking about the match, this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth, and how the people in the audience were the motorcycle people and all that kind of stuff. We did that on purpose because the two matches that had went before us generated nothing, and this is a pay-per-view. You have to realize all these people that was out there on those motorcycles, they wasn't really wrestling fans. They were there for a motorcycle rally, not a wrestling show.
Those was 1%ers motorcycle clubs out there.
So we got ready to go out. And even the Steiner brothers, this is a true story. I've never told this story before. Mm-hmm. Even the Steiner brothers was like, I was just telling my boy Matthew what we used to do in the house shows. So we did a lot of matches with the Steiner. So they already know how we seek heat. And Rick was like, might have been Rick and Scott, I can't remember now. Man, don't do what y'all do in the house shows. Don't do that, man. You got the Hells Angels out there and the this and that. I didn't know nothing about no motorcycle clubs, man. Not back then. Well, everybody knew about the Hells Angels, but you don't really know exactly what it is. They were like, hey, man, don't do that. Please don't do that, man. These guys, this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. And me and my brother looking at each other like, okay. And then right before we went out, me and my brother looked at each other and go, let's do it. We already knew. We didn't, you know what I'm saying? Our jobs is what, so what do we go out there and do? Those people had been dormant, quiet, for the first two matches because they wasn't a wrestling crowd. Right. We went out and we started talking lip to them and talking about their wives. And you get off that bike, I kick your punk ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, we just did everything we did. But it was, so that's when they started revving their motorcycles and got real loud and stuff like, remember that? And we was like, punk, I come out there. And and people, those guys were talking about how racial they were. But me and my brother started the racism because we started talking about yeah, white boy, you know what I'm saying? Your white boy and your ugly wife, you know, you couldn't hear that though, you know, because they didn't have the boom mics.
Right.
So that's what initiated them being racial toward us. So in essence, whoever them two dudes are that was making that video, yes, punk, I did my job and I did it well. So when they start throwing bottles and stuff at the end of the match, yes, I did my job and I feel good about that. It's one of my proudest moments.
I mean,
yes, to take a guy that don't know nothing about what we doing and turn him into a fan.
That's what they call today casual fans. When
right.
Watch the movie.
But see, they didn't know they was going to enforce it. They didn't know they was going to be a part of the show tonight.
Exactly.
You dig what I'm saying?
They're there. They was there for probably the main event, Hogan and the Giant. You know Hogan name.
They was there because it's a motorcycle rally. It was free. No, what I'm saying is it was free.
Oh, that part I didn't know.
Yeah, all the bikes. The ring was built inside of where all the bikes are.
So wait, that was free?
Those wasn't seats. They were sitting on their motorcycles. If you go back and look at it. And it's like 1 billion motorcycles and a ring in the middle of them.
So it's like when y'all did Bash the Beach at the beach.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How you make money?
And there was a lot about.
I don't care about how they make money. You dig what I'm saying? I don't work in the office. I don't work in the office. They get sponsors to do that. The sponsors put up the money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't ask me about it. I know where my money coming from.
I remember that because I was like, I like you said, you couldn't hear what you said, but no, y'all.
Oh yeah.
And just being y'all, this being
I'll pull you.
Rally was bad enough. So
I'm like, bro, I'll pull your gizzard out, white boy. You know you messing with.
Not gizzard.
And boy, when I said that, my brother said some other. I'm like, yeah, get off that bike, your ugly ass wife.
See,
oh man, they mad as hell. But that's my job, man. It ain't personal. I don't know them people, man. I would never say that. My mother raised me right. I'm not like Chris Dilworth. I was raised right. With respect for people. Don't get me confused. Don't get me confused with him.
That's what we on.
I'm just saying, dog. Don't get mad at me.
That's what we on.
Don't get mad at me, dog.
That's what we on. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Mr. Steve with the cheap.
No, dog. I'm just.
I mean, right? You seen that shot, right, Matthew? Like you see, I think you were the one that just called on here. You see, he was up there sitting here acting like a fake ass Christian and shit. Then
no, bro. I was baptized. I was baptized at a very early age.
I was too. I was baptized when I was 9.
But you know what? I don't need. I respect all religions, but in all actuality, Chris, unlike yourself, I don't need to let people know that I'm a Christian to be a good person.
By law.
By law.
See that? See how they put that up? By law. You see that?
Yeah,
see, put that up.
Listen, we learned something here. We learned something.
And that,
amen. Can we get an amen from the congregation? Amen. Amen. Thank you. His goddamn approval. Shit.
You're hopeless, man. Yeah, maybe that's you, bro. But hey, man, I think we've talked enough professional wrestling for tonight.
Yes,
and we're gonna see where the Hurt Business goes.
Yeah, we got to.
But I'm gonna say, brother, if you don't come in and grasp the heat and make yourself a real legitimate heel, you would never be looked at like one, man. Never.
Oh, I was gonna say
never.
Too. I was gonna say this too. It's kind of the scenario that you're asking for is what they're doing with John Moxley and them.
Yes. Yes.
John Moxley and them beating up everybody.
Yeah. And I like it, man. I like it.
I don't.
So now watch. Now he just gave me the leeway. So let's put that mentality
Okay.
on the Her Syndicate and see what we get.
I like it.
If we put
you're not going to have
instead of the plastic bag and the bleach drink and all that shit. No, just beating the ass. None of that.
Right. No, you need that. Yeah. Have them suffocate. Yeah.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. You know, stab them with some forks. Stab them with some scissors. You know what I'm saying?
I just think.
Oh, hey, Trevor! Shout out to Trevor! Shout out to my boy Trevor with the scissors.
Look at that.
Hey, man. I mean, we've talked about wrestling. Damn, the time is really flying, man. But like I said, before we go tonight, I really want to talk about some football, but we're not going to be able to. But before we go tonight, you guys are aficionados of hip hop music, so on and so forth, and things of that nature. So I would like to get both of you guys' opinion and the audience out. Big Buddha, what's up? And the audience out there.
Who named Big Booty?
Who named Big Booty? Oh,
Big Buddha.
Buddha.
Oh.
Buddha.
Wait a minute, man. You think I'm gonna be on the show saying you think I'm gonna be on the show?
Booty. Sir, you said booty.
I didn't say no damn booty.
You did say booty.
If I said booty, it was like the pronunciation of like the quarterback that used to play for the USC, John David Booty.
Okay. We let you get away with that.
Still moist. Still.
I said Big Buddha. That's a friend of mine, man. Big Buddha. But anyway, how did you guys feel? And I know Chris got a lot to say about this. How did you guys feel about Snoop Dogg, Nelly, and Soulja Boy? I really don't give a shit about Soulja Boy, but Snoop Dogg and Nelly performing at Donald Trump's inauguration day. How'd you guys feel about that, man? How'd you guys feel about a guy that's been staunch on the disapproval of Donald Trump over the years, and all of a sudden he got a tuxedo on?
You want to go
at a Trump inauguration day?
You want to go?
So I'm just gonna say this. They're not the only Sabu niggas that we have ran across.
Well, I just want to stick to this one.
No. I'm just saying that it's gonna.
But not at this level. Not at this level, though, because Snoop Dogg is a part of pop culture.
I know.
He's an intricate part of pop culture, and they've used him in that fact. And the reason I'm asking you guys is because Snoop Dogg is one of those guys that talks tough. I'm down with the culture and things of that nature. It's like when he came after Gayle King. Remember that time he came after Gayle King? And I came on not this podcast, but another podcast, and I told everybody he's going to have to apologize. You know why?
He's not going to apologize.
No, he did apologize for the Gayle King thing. You don't remember that?
Yeah, he can.
That was way before my time.
No, it wasn't. This was just a few years ago.
Exactly.
Anyway, the reason I'm making this point because there are certain people in this business, in the media business and in the entertainment business that are they're untouchables. They're untouchables. Gayle King is one of them because she and Oprah are best friends. At the end of the day, you on a TV show with Martha Stewart, you endorsing these kind of products. They got you at the Olympics. They got you on The Voice. They're doing all these things that has nothing to do with hip hop culture. You have been accepted. Now, you want to mess that up? No. You better go apologize. He did. Now, with this situation here, you're doing all that mean mugging and bad talking and talking about other black folks tap dancing and this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, you had the Al Jolson tap dancing shoes on. So I would like to hear you guys' message on that.
This is all I'm going to say. You be careful of what you say because it will come back. It's called receipts.
Right.
When a certain orange man's first term, you said, I wonder which of you Uncle Tom's going to be performing.
Right. That's what I was referring to.
Now look where you at. Now I love Snoop. Snoop is beyond hip hop. He's the culture. He's like you said, he's a damn near the pop culture now.
Right.
But
no, he is through and through.
But what you again, this is the era of these, especially the young people here with the 20, 30 demographic, quick to do the word cancel culture, I should say. Cancel culture. And they want, all I say is this: keep your same energy. Keep your same energy. Y'all canceled a lot of people that
for a lot less.
Yeah, for a lot less. And y'all canceled them. I don't know how it's gonna be to cancel Snoop, but
now Dale, hold on a second. Dale just said, Dale, not our Dale, but our other Dale. Dale originally just said, so Snoop happy to take the money from Trump.
Big Buddha said he was bought, and I agree with that.
Let me be a devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop makes a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop has been making money for years.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the only few that come out of that, him and Dre, that come out of that death row thing and still make millions and millions of dollars.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Everybody else is in Palookaville.
Mm-hmm.
Even Suge Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to say this. If I got money, that's why I can talk shit the way I do and get away with it, because I have certain people backing me. So when I look at this situation, can't be about the money, because I got plenty of money. How much money can you get? How much money can you get in one day that you ain't already got? So with me, the way I look at it, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, and it's uglier than that. Money can buy people that ain't got money, like a Soulja Boy, because you ain't shit no way, and you'll never be nothing. No disrespect to him. You just a random hip hop guy that nobody would even recognize if you walk down the street. But they would recognize a Snoop Dogg if he walked down the street. That means you're famous. So when it comes to taking the money, is that taking the money, or is that, nigga, you better know your fucking place? If you know what's good for you.
It was not money, is hold my spot. I want to keep
what it is not money, it's order. You want to keep what you got, Chris? Enforcer? You want to keep what you got? Then you better know your beans from your cornbread. You can't but one person cancel a Snoop Dogg, and that's the people that pay your check. But that's just the way I'm looking at it, because it can't be about money. Now, if somebody said, "Oh, Ray Dog, I know you didn't vote for Trump, but I want you up here doing a speech at your inaugural," you know what I'm gonna say?
Fuck no.
Nope.
You don't know me very well, then.
I guess I don't.
You don't know me very well, baby. I'm going to get this cheddar.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Hey, Ray Dog, we gonna be
up.
Yeah, I'm going.
You don't get the check, but see, this is the problem. You don't give him the check, but you don't know what he's gonna say on that microphone, do you?
That's true too.
Oh no, brother. I would have my stipulations, but I can look at it. I haven't been on national television saying anything bad about Donald Trump. I've met Donald Trump. But see, the thing about the presidency and Donald Trump, I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at. I'm not fooled by the bullshit. So if somebody asks me to come up here, I respect anybody that's the president. That don't mean I have to like you. But I respect, I'm not going to be like the people like when Barack Obama was in office. They hated him. It was certain football players that wouldn't go, white football players that wouldn't go when they won the teams that won championships. Okay, that's their prerogative. It's a free world. The United States is a free country. So they have a right to do that. But I'm just saying, I'm bigger than that. When it comes to money, that don't mean I'm gonna ever like you, but that still means I got to respect the presidency, but that's it, regardless who the president is. I didn't vote for Nixon. Well, I wasn't old enough to vote for Nixon then, but The thing was, or Reagan. I didn't vote for him either. But if somebody asked me to go to the White House for Ronald Reagan, yeah, I would have went.
It's something that we say in the military.
Because see, the thing is, but that's a whole different thing than somebody verbally demagoguing somebody, verbally, and then you go do something. Yeah.
I was about to say it's something that we say in the military. You respect the uniform.
Yes.
You respect the uniform. All right. We respect the title president. It holds a great thing, but the person also gotta match that respect.
And Trump clearly does not.
Now, what's that again?
I said we respect the uniform, respect the title, but the person.
But that didn't. I just said the same thing.
Right.
I just said the exact same thing.
That's what I said.
You respect the position. You don't have to like the person. That's in any form of government.
Correct.
That's in any form of government.
So why somebody that's a 34 convicted felon that literally committed?
Dog, you can hate his guts. You can hate his guts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if let's say you're a principal of a school.
Okay.
You're the principal of a school.
Mm-hmm.
And the first lady that's married to Donald Trump wanted to come to that school. You gonna tell her she can't come?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna tell her. I said her slag ass ain't coming to my school.
Then you know you're fired.
Oh, okay.
You know you're fired. Oh no, that's big shit. That's big talk coming from you right now because you're not in that position.
Oh,
but
no.
if you got other people that's involved in this. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
like a school board, like other teachers and things of that nature, your bosses. So if you say something like that, then you might as well get out the education business because you're not teaching the ethics of what education is.
Well, first of all, the first lady and the
you need to go join the Black Panthers and then start your own school.
Right on.
I'm just telling you how a system works, brother. And one man ain't big enough to change it. He got to have help. That's all I'm telling you. Because when the mortgage payments come around, brother, hey, it is what it is. And the car payments and your children and all this other stuff. It ain't no pump.
Everything's on the rise. Everything's on the rise.
Everything.
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. This system is bigger than all of us, brother.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. But anyway, going back to your assessment, Chris, give me your assessment.
I mean, what? First of all, what was the question?
How do you feel about Snoop Dogg? Who was that? A couple of people in
Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross,
Snoop Dogg. Oh yeah, all
like I say, I don't even care about Rick Ross and all them guys because I've never heard them saying nothing demagoguing Donald Trump outside of. I haven't, but Snoop Dogg has been perpetually on Donald Trump's ass since he's been in office. And I ain't got nothing against that. That's his thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, he got a right to voice his opinion. But I'm just saying, when you voice your opinion about something staunchly, and then you go to the inauguration and you really don't have a... Oh, let me ask you this, Chris, before you answer.
Sure.
And let me ask everybody out there that's listening to this. Is Snoop Dogg putting himself in position to make more money? And I'm going to explain to you how.
For the white people, yeah.
Money is money.
I know. But like I said,
listen to what I'm saying though.
Okay.
Is Snoop Dogg putting his position to make more money? Because how many people are going to want him to come on their shows now and have an interview about this? And you know the interview is going to cost money.
Yeah. I mean, people, because this is very controversial. I mean,
like
2017.
Right.
Not that long ago, he was sitting up there and bashing like Donald Trump.
Right.
Then in 2025, you're at the inauguration ball,
and
you're performing for him. Then your energy changes, and we like saying, like, why did you do this? Oh, it was all about the money. Oh, okay. So you mean to tell me that the same person that you perform for was the same person that literally does not give a fuck about you, called you a son of a bitch, called you all these things and the whole 9 yards, and you went there to perform for him, that doesn't make sense to me. So I'm like, and this is what Antonio said. You need to really watch what you say, because that shit will come back to haunt you, whether it's 20 years ago, whether it was 5 minutes ago. That shit.
But no, he didn't just do it. He didn't just do it that one time. That's what I'm relating to. He did it on another guy's podcast just a few months ago. Just a few months ago. He wasn't talking about who's going to be tapped down. He was just talking about Trump in general. So what I'm saying is, and quite sure you're saying the same thing, I don't think it had none. I know what these guys out in Dale. Wait a minute, Dale just says, so it's an honor to be asked to perform for the president.
I'm not performing for.
Well, you're not performing for the president, Dale. What I'm trying to relay is you're performing for your respect for the office. You might not give a damn about the person that's in the office, but you're still an American. I'm just saying, there's certain ways to do things and certain ways not to do things. Now, you can decline if you want to, but if you're invited to go to the presidency, you can decline. But anybody that accepts, I'm just saying, that doesn't mean they have to like the person that's in office. You can despise him.
No, I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it depends on what it is, though. It depends on how it is. As far as performing, that's one thing. But as far as, let's say I'm on a winning basketball team or a winning football team, I think it should be left up to the team to vote to see who wants to go and who doesn't want to go. If some people want to go, let them go. If other people don't want to go, they don't have to go. It's not mandatory. Not mandatory.
I definitely agree with that one. And I don't know what year. I know it was one of the years Trump was president, and half the Super Bowl winning team went.
Right. That's their right. That don't mean I'm not. If I'm on that team with you, Enforcer, I'm gonna love you just as much, bro. Because if you got respect for me, I got respect for you, and that's all I care about. Now, whatever your politics is, I don't give a fuck about. Don't bring that in my house. But if you want to bring yourself in my house and respect my house and respect me and respect my family, we good. That's what America is all about. That is what they call diversity. You can have different opinions on stuff, yet still have respect for each other. And that's what we haven't seen in politics for the last several years. It has become a fucking battle royal.
Basically.
It has become a battle royal. This many people start in the match and people start throwing each other out. That I don't like, because you're creating a separatism. That's what you're creating. Look at all these Hispanic people that's crying right now because of all this deportation, and your birthright that new executive order, your birthright don't even protect you anymore. And 60% of Hispanic people voted for Donald Trump. Now a whole bunch of them out there crying because they thought the rules wasn't going to change for them.
Yeah.
Now, once he did that executive order, whereas if you was born here, you get to stay here. But that executive order says no. You know how people go out and marry somebody? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And their kids become citizens and stuff like that, or resident or whatever. All that, this new executive order, all that's out the window. So a lot of these people are going to be getting the old Chris Dillsworth, I know you're in there.
In fact, I think it's one that they reported that was kind of messed up.
What's that?
The dude was crying. He wanted his wife. They came and took his wife, and they got married. They just got married not too long ago, and they came.
Oh wow!
Took his wife after they voted for Donald Trump.
Wow!
Fuck around and find out.
He crying like, Mr. Trump, please bring her back. She deserved to be here.
No, the fuck she don't. You voted for him, so you take the bitch away.
See, Chris, away. The woman probably. How do you even know she voted?
I don't give a fuck.
She might didn't even vote. How do you know he voted?
He voted.
He said he voted.
Did he say he voted?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
see, you see that there's no like type of feeling.
But still, man, come on.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't either in a lot of ways, but I do. I can understand the man. I do have to have a little empathy for you.
Man,
you wake
fuck
up one day and somebody taking your wife out the door in handcuffs.
That's crazy.
If I voted for the man that I know is going to pose harm to me.
Yeah, but see, this is the
feel
thing.
bad for me.
This is the thing, though, Chris. Well, I understand what you're saying 100%. But I think, speaking for the guy that Enforcer is talking about, they didn't know this executive order was coming.
Fuck around and find out.
No, what I'm saying is, this ain't one of the things that was talked about. They was talking about getting rid of immigrants that was illegal. But see, they didn't know the executive order was going to cover a little bit more than what it was. In essence, it was a sucker job. You got pulled in. So in a lot of ways, a lot of people are saying, a lot of Hispanic people are saying, you get what you deserve. So I see what you're saying, Chris, but I don't agree with your lack of empathy for people. Man.
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't agree with that, man.
That's too bad.
I don't agree with that, man.
I'm sorry, but that's.
I don't agree with that, man.
After the election, I don't give a shit about shit no more.
See, that's the problem, man.
I don't give a shit about shit no more.
Look at that.
Fuck
why you like that?
Look, because of the American people made me like this. Why the fuck would I? Why the hell should I give a damn about you? You basically a roach that voted for Ray. So you. I
didn't say you're supposed to give a damn about somebody. I said show a little compassion. That's all.
No. I'll show
this
compassion
man
for my friend.
On business.
I'm stand.
You stand on business.
You stand on business.
10 toes down.
Matthew said a lot of people are suckers.
They are.
Matthew, you also was talking about order. And that's what I'm talking about, order. Because I don't think anything happens by osmosis. Nothing. If it happened, that means somebody's behind it, Matthew. A man just don't work up one day and be the most disrespectful person to somebody. Then all of a sudden, a day later, I'm kissing his ass. That's called order, brother. When you got something to lose, you'll do anything to keep it. Believe me.
Wow.
Believe that.
Yay, really?
If you got shit to lose, you'll do anything to keep it. Why do you think people go out and, murder their loved ones and shit like that and act like somebody else did it so they can get the insurance policy to keep that lifestyle? Man. People just don't know how deep man will go to keep what he got. And Snoop Dogg is no exception, bro.
He definitely proved that.
So apparently I'm getting deported according to on-time arrival. I mean,
what did he say?
He said that if Trump deports Chris, I'm voting Republican in 2028.
Nah. If Trump deports Chris, he's voting for Republican. That's your right, DTA. That's your right.
You mean Democrat?
But where is he going to? Where is he going to deport him to? He has no country to. He has no country to go to.
You can deport me to Hawaii.
That's a part of the United States. How you gonna go to? Yeah, you can have a holdover there before they send you to Skull Island or something like that.
Yeah, you can deport.
That's where you gonna be.
Deport me to Madagascar.
Bunch of King Kong, Godzilla and them. That's where you'll be on Skull Island.
No, not no. Deport me to Madagascar. I'll be fine in the motherland.
No, because he definitely ain't gonna come back.
Yes, deport me there.
I'm just saying, man, because that's like the big thing that's trending right now, and I didn't even know. I was talking to Chris earlier, and I went on my phone because I didn't even watch the inauguration and all that. And I went on my phone the next day and people were saying all this stuff. And I'm like, what the hell happened with Snoop Dogg, man? And then when I seen that, I was like, wow, man, this is crazy. Mm-hmm. This is crazy. Mm-hmm. Dale said, come to the UK.
Yeah.
Sure. I would love to smell your fresh air. I really would.
You think they got fresh air?
No.
I don't know. I mean, shit.
He didn't say come to Iceland. He said come to Great Britain.
No, it's too cold in
Great Britain ain't nothing but an island, man.
That's fine. I have my own island to myself, So hey.
No, you wouldn't.
So
You'd be there with about how many people in Great Britain? Man, got to be close to 100 million, 150 million.
About 5 people.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. No, man, you ain't getting deported, man. You are an American citizen.
No, I'm not from here because my ancestors was taken from this land, was taken from Africa, and then they came up here. So technically, I was born from Madagascar.
Wakanda.
Bluetooth connected.
You they was taken or taken?
I think I was taken.
No, okay.
We're correct.
Don't mind.
But you know what? There are many African countries on the continent of Africa that has said and opened their borders to anyone in the United States of America that's of African American origin, that you can come back and be a citizen of their land.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
So I'm just saying, if you were going to get deported, that's probably where you go.
Because I'll be
they ain't giving you no vacation.
Because I'm going to say, like, where's the showers at?
What do you mean where the showers at?
You don't shower.
Waterfalls.
Yeah, they do.
Waterfalls. This is not.
Brother, I'm telling you, you've been looking at too much National Geographic.
There's no.
That's crazy.
There's
it ain't no different over there than it is here.
I don't
Take
know.
me to Zamunda and bring the chicks with the feathers.
Yeah, and tell me, you better tell him, man.
Yep. Yeah. So I have to learn Benzwazwe. I got to learn Djibouti.
Now, be honest, man. A lot, just like a lot of European countries, and I've been to Europe several times. India, Middle East. You'd be surprised how many people speak English. I remember one time I'm in a gym in Japan, miserable.
Ooh.
And I'm fucking talking shit. I can't wait to get out this motherfucker. Blah, blah, blah. I was just miserable. I don't even know why. Can't nobody speak English around, blah, blah, blah. You this, that, and the other. It was the first time I'd ever went to Japan. I went a couple of times after that. But this is my first time. Actually, this is my first time ever going out the country, other than Mexico. And this one dude walk up to me and go, "Hey man, you having some problems or something?" This is a Japanese guy.
Just came out with
You all right? You all right, man? You know what I'm saying? This is a Japanese guy. Wow. And this joker, he spoke English better than I did. And I was like, he's like, "Oh man, it ain't that bad. This, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, man. I felt so embarrassed. I felt so. Now I know how Hispanic Mexican people will, when they be in the stores and stuff, talking Spanish, can be talking about your ass and you don't even know it and stuff like that. So I'm thinking it's like that. Didn't nobody know what I was talking about? Because everybody I had met, nobody spoke English. Oh my God, I felt so embarrassed. So from then on, I would never, ever disrespect anybody behind their backs, man. Never. Won't do it.
You were probably in the gym with the ceiling next to your damn head. Like, this is some bullshit. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Period. Right.
It's a true story, man. Impulsive. This is a true story. Even when I think about it, I get embarrassed because that's not me. But it was the frustration. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, man!
They got technology now where you can catch motherfuckers. Put the translator on to see the phone right there, and you're
exactly
what he's saying.
Period.
Exactly.
You can have a earbud and you can translate that shit.
Right.
Like, bitch, what you say to me?
Matthew said probably was Sonny. No, this guy spoke. This guy spoke better English than Sonny. He's Japanese, and he said, "No, I was born." I can't remember how he explained it to me. He wasn't from the United States though. He was from Canada.
It's Jimmy Wayne gang.
He was from Canada. And I guess his family. He went back and forth to Japan on business or something like that. Man, he was a cool guy. But I really appreciate him because he understood my frustration and didn't get mad or nothing like that. He kind of calmed me down, man. And he taught me a lesson, man. He really did.
You'd be surprised how many military brats is over there.
Right. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I know they got military bases over there and in Korea. But I've been to both of them, man. So, just never know who's around you, man. But hey, guys, we're going to have to wrap it up, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight, man. We did this is our wrestling show, man. We do a lot of wrestling talk. These are my go-to guys for professional wrestling. And everybody out there that's watching live on Facebook, we got to get out of here. Peace. But, man, these are my go-to guys, the Enforcer Chris Dillsworth. And they bring it every time when we're talking about professional wrestling. Now, we might agree to disagree when it comes to them there hurt business guys. And I will never see them as somebody that's going to really start some static. Marco, what you talking about? I just seen Marco say, enjoy always in Stevie-Ville, no doubt. Stevie-Ville is going to happen one day. One day. Stevie-Ville just might happen, brother. But hopefully
that's fine.
What was that?
That's
you
fine.
You guys got any parting words, bro?
No, just follow us on all social media platforms. #Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast. We're going to be doing a cookout on X at 9:15. We're going to be talking about topics from the wrestling spectrum, and that's about it. And I'll see you guys when I see y'all.
Buy the merch. Show them the shirt. Show them the shirt.
Let's see the merch, baby.
Eat it into a car windshield. Yes.
Pro Wrestling Tees, baby.
WWE. Yes. Pro Wrestling Tees.
I thought you said you didn't. I thought you said you could get them through Pro Wrestling Tees. That's what you said.
Pro Wrestling Tees. Yes.
Cool. Hey guys, do that. Pro Wrestling Tees, and you get your own merch from your boys. Yeah. See, when I get my own merch, I ain't going through no Pro Wrestling Tees. I'm going through Stevie Ray Tees. That's what we're going to do, y'all.
Well, when you do that, you let me know.
Hey, brother. I'm going to send you something. Okay. I'm going to show you how close I really am. Okay. Real close. Right. Real close. That I wanted you and Enforcer to be in on this with me.
You can't talk about it till it's concrete.
Yes.
Huh?
Please. We can't talk about it.
You can't talk about it till it's concrete. Once it's concrete.
That's Avi just said, let's start we ain't starting no Sonny chant, man.
No.
Sonny's name is not allowed on this show anymore. Right. Until he's on the show.
Sonny cool, bro.
But hey, guys, for my man, the Enforcer, for my man, the mighty Chris Dillsworth, I'm your boy, Stevie Ray. We call it 3 the hard way, man. And you guys subscribe, let us know what you want us to talk about. And then it would be on like a steaming pot of next bone. Because if we can't do it, can't nobody can, dog. Yeah. At the end of the day. And if you don't do anything else, be one. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Deuces.